What up? Welcome to the AmyHGraves show. We are here today with an extra special person. I'm pretty sure y'all was ready for me to have somebody on here getting tired of my black ass. But we got somebody extra special. She's extra special to my heart and to my bank account. Give it up for Eileen Dover.
Yes, make some noise.
Make all the noise in the house. Eileen, so unfortunately you're here on my show, but this is going to help this bitch get some more followers. No, she got a lot. Please follow her as we're thinking about it on Instagrams. It is
Eileen Dover, period, for you. Eileen
now
Dover,
for those special children out there, spell it nice.
spell it out. Hooked on phonics.
Yeah.
Eileen, EILEENDOVER, period, FORYOU.
That was a lot of motherfucking letters.
It is. Someone else has just Eileen Dover,
Mm-hmm.
some regular cis white suburban mom, and she is on a private account. I have messaged her, I have reported her, and I'm almost taking it to maybe I should take it to the story and tell people to report her.
Yeah, let's do it.
So I can have that account.
Yeah, remember when I had
She's
that
not
same
responding.
shit?
Yeah.
I tried to get AmyHGraves on my Instagram account, and I messaged the lady, her husband, her son, the auntie, and then ain't nobody got back to me.
Yeah.
But we had some people report her shit, feet pics and shit.
Yeah. Oh my God. So maybe I should.
I still ain't got it.
I've even went to the links of going to Facebook.
Shut up, bitch.
She has not responded.
Nothing now.
Her real name's not even Dover. She just thinks it's funny, I guess.
Is your real name Dover?
Well,
your name is Dover.
uh-huh.
Yeah, real life, because that's what your Instagram is, and Instagram is real life.
Instagram is real life.
Instagram is real life. It's
It's my whole life.
So give us a little history of Miss Dover.
Now, history. Well, if you don't know, not many people do know. I am originally from Houston, Texas. Kind of adjacent. I'm from a really small prairie country in the middle of nowhere, Texas. About 45 minutes plus outside of Houston.
Which way?
Oh, I don't know the compass.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
The compass.
I don't
I
know the
really
compass.
know her.
I don't. But I will say I did have my drag last name when I first started was with the name West.
Okay, shout
Don't
out
know
to
which
West.
direction that is.
Which West is?
It's because West is.
The Cayenne West is?
No.
Or the drag West is?
Just the one West. Me. There's no one included.
Not the Cayenne West is, not the regular West End.
No one.
But the one.
The one, because no one wanted to be included in that when I started, for real.
For real, Coach?
Yes, it was crazy. I was from the middle of nowhere. I didn't know much about drag, so when I started, baby, I went full force. She should have chilled for a sec.
You said you was going to be a drag queen and then start a house overnight?
I didn't have a house.
Well, you know what I'm saying? Nobody wanted to take
No,
your
I
last
don't
name?
want to do that. I had people offer things, and I was like, oh, girl, I don't care that much.
Oh, okay.
And now I really care that much. When I started drag, I started at the age of, at 19, 20. So it's been almost 10 years.
Fresh
10 years.
one. Fresh.
And I say 10 years, but it hasn't been 10 years. I took a lot of hiccups and makeups. I haven't done full force drag until the past 3.5 years. So I would say I've been doing drag maybe 5 out of those 10.
Technically, you were doing drag. Would you say, because I mean, as long as I know you and the stories you told me, you've always seemed kind of serious about it. So do you say in the past 3 years is when you've been seriously doing drag versus you doing it oh, I love it and this is my hobby. Yeah. 3 years you've been making money.
Hard for it. Yeah.
That's what's up.
Fell in love with it a lot more, and I was like, bitch, this is what I'm good at.
Yeah.
I feel like I had something ignite in me that was do what you're good. It was just my life was so boring, and I was like, I need to finally stop doing the 9 to 5 and just say, you're never gonna do this full time if you don't just do it. And
do you remember that exact moment when you were like, okay, I'm gonna really fucking do this?
Yeah, bitch.
Here we go. Let's go.
This is a crazy story. Bitch, I was a store manager at a retail store, the general manager of the whole store, and I've been thinking about it for weeks, and I was like, I'm gonna quit right before the summer, and I'm gonna do drag full time. Just go for it. But I'm gonna wait a few months, save some money. The job really sucks. But it got to a point of like, I really don't want to fucking be here.
Yeah.
And it was dreadful every time. And I was doing drag pretty much full time while being a store manager.
Yeah,
so
you were.
I was never had a day off ever. And I never realized that until I did drag full time. And you're like, oh, and then you finally had a day off because you got to do what you love to do all weekend. But anyways, with that being said, I didn't even show up to work. I had an assistant manager that I hated. Hey, baby. I didn't hate you. You were annoying, though. And I was like, you know what? You just got the clothes, too, because I really don't give a fuck.
Right.
I didn't want to call. I texted my district manager, and I said, I am not returning to work. Nothing was changing, so I said, I'm going to make that change. See you later, baby. It was a really good decision.
She said, no call, no show, bitches. Check your email, girl.
So now I said, I'm going to run my own business because clearly y'all don't know how to.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm doing.
And now Miss Dover is your business.
Where's
some of the places that you gig?
So Houston, Texas, and then I was there for about a year and a half when I was doing drag, and then I've lived there my whole life, And when I tell y'all, like I said, I live far from Houston. I was still living with my family, my parents. I just graduated high school. Which I would be driving like an hour and a half to these gigs just to do drag. That meant I didn't have the time thinking about it, but now I'm like, baby, the things you did when you were just a baby for drag, come on. So, fresh, hello. I've done shows, in all Dallas, Houston, San Antonio, whatever. The bigger ones, Yeah. And then I moved to Vegas when I was 21 years old for the first time I've ever moved anywhere. Mm-hmm. Ever. Never lived by myself, nothing.
She said, I'm jumping. Big.
Didn't realize I was crazy until I got older. I was like, man, you just said bye.
Literally.
When I was in Vegas, someone booked me to fly all the way to Billings, Montana. And I did a show there, and I hosted. I literally flew in, left the same night.
How was it Montana?
Well, I don't think they have enough drag, so when they saw me, they were eating at the fuck up.
But some of them, name some, so get the people out, let's come see.
We got, RuPaul's drag show at Meanwhile Brewing.
That was so popping.
Yes, and that's a bi-monthly showcase, so we were there every other month. So, for example, April, June, August, etc. I have brunches. We're back at the Far Out Lounge, which is the very first production that I started when I moved to Austin. That show we're speaking of.
What's interesting about you, though, is you produce. You're able to connect with people, meet people when you're out, send them an email, set up a meeting with them, and have your ideas fresh and ready to go. I mean, you don't give them everything, but you give them enough. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And they, with just your professionalism, they agree to it, and we all make our money. You're really good at it. I can say it she helped my bank account. She keeps a bitch booked. So I'm very thankful for Eileen. She does a lot, and her shows are always good and just diverse. Always different drag, which I love, not just typical.
You gotta, for me, I think it's important when producing a show, if you're the director of a show, listen to that bitch. I think it is super important.
Take notes.
The diversity aspect, it's to make someone in the audience feel like they can relate to someone.
Message!
I love that.
And so when you put a cast of all different variety of entertainment together in one showcase, it's going to speak to maybe 1 out of those 100 people in that audience, or maybe the 30 are going to relate to Amy compared to, So it's going to connect with someone, and maybe someone's never seen something like that, and they start to ignite something in their soul of drag. It can be anything. It can open so many ideas. Drag does so much for anyone.
But I love whenever you have your show, people come up and they're always like, we never seen a drag queen that looks like you, or a drag queen that looks like me. This is so different. They're glad they got to see something different besides their commercial real girl and glitter and titties and a fucking sequence dress.
Yeah.
Show directors.
Hello.
Take notes.
Hello.
So Eileen, you have a very particular style, I must say. You're definitely you are definitely not the corporate drag look, I must say, with this goddamn clown fucking Jesus light around her eyes and on her forehead, knowing this bitch ain't blessed. I'm just kidding.
Damn. Yeah.
But, girl, your face is always, you're beat today like these fucking stones on these lashes on the face.
Thank you. Yeah.
Just hitting it with this cutting season.
It's hunting
Like,
season.
it's cutting season. What the fuck that mean? And she's like, you know, it's kind of like, you a bitch, but we like you, bitch. It's cunty, you know, it's cunty. And I was like, just because you saying it over and over, it ain't.
Like, do you get it? It's kind.
See?
I know, I need a new vocabulary word. I'm very quick to fall into something.
How about spectacular? Wasn't that a nice word?
Spectacular.
That looks so motherfucking.
It doesn't give kind for me.
I'm learning a bunch of new vocabulary words. Like, I don't know. I'm not technology smart, none of that shit. And the way the language changed so fast,
Yeah.
like I can't motherfucking keep up.
Yeah.
And so, like, when you're like, yes, bitch, you're a cunt, I'm like, excuse me? I'm ready to choke a bitch. And then they're like smiling about it. And, you know, it's little Billy wanting to be a dragon like little Billy. You about to get fucked up today calling me a cunt. You don't know me. But it don't mean that.
That's crazy because my legal name is not Billy.
Clever girl.
Well,
And I did not yell at you,
bitch.
cut outside the window. Because that's what you just said.
Old school be like, oh, y'all lick down. You know how dogs and kitties like. But you lick
You
down.
look licked down.
That
You look
means
clean.
good, right?
You look clean.
You look clean.
Also, I think I find a lot of inspo with my looks from music. Music is a huge one, of course. And I think that's for a lot of entertainers, you know. A lot of people that do impersonations, illusions, or just love a certain artist, they kind of pull from like the artist fashion, things like that. That's not necessarily me. I think it's like a feel that I feel with a song. If it gives me a certain energy of like feeling like, you know.
Oh, you know what? I know somebody you did an illusion to.
Oh gosh.
Kim Petras.
Oh.
Remember you did her when her slut
the
album
slut pop.
came out?
Yes,
This bitch
yes.
came with the turquoise and the titties up and the hair licked down. She did that whole album. It inspired me to do half of the album.
Hello.
Teamwork.
Stream Kim Petras.
Kim Petras, if you watching this, we will gladly
Be in the next music video.
Yes.